Please don't be dark. Make it bright. Well, it didn't come in so bright this morning. I don't know why. But morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Not morning thoughts. Give me a second. Let me fix up a light thing. I don't know what's going on with the lights. All right. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck driver. Shout out to the garbage truck driver, the school bus truck drivers or bus drivers. Shout out to the public bus driver, them public transportation, JUTC and the US Metro and all these things, train driver, transportation, getting people from here, there, and everywhere, and all these things, don't it? Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for self. Don't let that go over your head. Be that kind of person. All right. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here again on another morning thoughts. And this morning we have a lot to talk about again. Before I go up the comment section and big up some people. Yes, Sean Cassell, I appreciate you greatly. Sean Cassell says, please remember to like up the video as you come into the chat room. That means you're checking in. It's like when with the school and teacher say, SouFLo, I miss a present, miss. Yeah, same way. Just hit that thumbs up button, please. Present, you're here and ready to engage the content, right? Brummel Wright, big up yourself, sis. Big up, little bro, and all my Morning Thoughts family. But soon big up the rest of the family that's here individually or as much as I can. But let me tell you what we are talking about this morning. I have a feel-good story this morning that I really want to get into, and the feel-good story is about a street vendor in Jamaica who sent her children to university on her street vendor salary. We're going to go way deep into that one, right? And it's a feel-good story too. And then we're going to talk about Demarco, dancehall artist, producer, extraordinaire videographer. DeMarco wears so many hats. I've said this before. People don't know that he is. Some people do know now, more know now, but the man like extra talented in all types of areas pertaining to this. You know what I mean? Is one of them man that can go in the studio and man the board and create the beats and then voice on the beat and then engineer, mix, master, produce everything one time. He's an all-stop, one-stop shop. Very talented. DeMarco says that, and of course, he's a staple in dancehall now. I would even go as far as saying an icon. Just like how Cargo have one song that Cargo have. Nah, sell out my friend them. That song that can close any concert and that song will live on forever because 50 years from now, they will still be playing that song and most of us, well, won't be here. 100 years from now, none of we not there. They'll be playing that same song right there. Now sell out my friend them. The power of music, just like how Bob Marley music lives on. DeMarco have songs like those and Love My Life and them kind of song there. But DeMarco has vowed to stop doing gun songs. And if you know DeMarco music, he have some tough gun song. But he has vowed to stop doing gun songs and he's calling other Jamaican entertainers to join him in this. This is a turning point, but I have a lot to say as well on that. So I'm going to give my accolades, but I also am going to have a lot to say on that topic. All right. Right now, Jamaica's amnesty, gun amnesty, is currently in full effect. That means if you have a weapon that was not registered to you through the FLA, you can go turn your weapon in and no questions will be asked. Who you use this kill, where you get this from, who you buy it from, how much you pay for it. Nothing. No questions will be asked. It's an amnesty. There's a chance for you to get rid of this weapon you've been holding on to, this gun, before the laws kick in that says 15 years at a minimum if you get caught for one of these things and so on and so forth. So this is like the government saying they're giving the people a chance to clean up themselves before you get caught up. Clean up before you get caught up. Well, not one gun has been turned in so far. Not one. And why are we surprised? I said that before. Just go back and look. Me love YouTube enough because as long as you don't take the videos down, you could always say go back and look, and nobody can say you never said nothing. I go so. Yeah, and I'm not no prophet. We just know what we know, right? No gun has been turned in so far. Me telling nobody now, Tony no gun, and I don't know where this came from about gun amnesty, right? Anyhow, the SHOTTA them have something to say about it, and one gave his full views on why him nah lego film gun, no matter what, right? And we're gonna talk about all that as well. Before me do all that though, let me just scroll back to the top of this comment section here and big up some of the family members that are tuning in this morning. Great goodies, thank you for being the first one here this morning. Carrie Ann Jones is in the building. Asarin Odetta Dea. Audrey Wright is here. Maxine Good as Gold is here. Sean Cassell, big up yourself, fam, and thank you. And thank you for continuing to remind the people and reminding me to remind the people to hit the thumbs up button when they come in the room, please. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sean Cassell says, morning, fam. Like the video as you join the live. All right. Janet Stewart's in the building this morning. Wayne Nathan is in the building this morning. Dion Ricketts is here. Dion, thank you for being here. Faye Van Rail is here. Thank you for being here. Darlene Walter Riley is here. Senior Sexy Daya. Vicky Victory is here. Soldier 819. Up fam. Wagwan. Marcia McGann Lopez is in the building this morning. Candle Flame 101. Jet Shelley, Beast Boy, Unstoppable Josh, Candice on the beat, BM is here. Sharon Spence is here this morning. Nikki B, Main One there. Lessa Steph is here. Top of the morning, y'all. Jane Ander is here. Hot and spicy there this morning. Carrie Ann Jones is here. Present teacher, hit the like button. All right. Kaz Robinson is in the building this morning. Tyson Thompson is here this morning. Juno Bryan is here. Virtuous Fire is in the building this morning. Purple Royal is here. Mr. Article done there this morning with us. Brummel Wright is here. Morning, my sister. Pussy Galore. Pussy Galore is in the building this morning. You know, Pussy Galore, your name actually sounds so wrong when I say it because society has made it that, you know, saying the word pussy is derogatory. So when I say your name, pussy, is like I'm getting away with something. And it just feels good to say pussy. I don't know why. I'm saying her name. Her name is Pussy Galore, right? Pussy Galore is in the building this morning. Virtuous Fire, Patsy Barrett, Prelis 123, Carrie Ann Jones, BM Crystal G, Tyson Thompson says, good morning, bro. How is your eye feeling today, fam? My eye's coming along, you know. I think I have like one little, like a little red spot in it right there, but that's about it. And that will fade away soon. But if you look, you can see the whole round black part of my eye. See? Whereas in this eye, you notice there's a growth, pterygium growth that's covering. After me get the surgery, I know what the word is now. Before I used to call it surfer's eye, which is the slang word for it. But after them digging at my eye, I go through all that. And I heard the word so many times over the consultation, the operation, the follow-ups. Pterygium. Now I know what it is, the scientific word for it. So I have a pterygium growth on this one that I have to get rid of. So I have to go through the same process with this eye that I did with this one. It's all good. I know what it entails now, and I can prepare myself for it. The anxieties will be less. And I actually really want to get it done now. I've held it off for so long, but hey, here we are, right? Everything in divine order, everything in timing, perfect timing. So big up yourself and thank you for asking, Tyson Thompson. Audrey Wright's in the building, Vicky Victory, D-Mac, King Biggs, big up yourself, morning fam. Late, but you're there, you're not late, man, you're on time. If I didn't call your name like Stash, if I didn't call your name like, let me see whose name I didn't call, Lulu Ridges and Christine Simpson, big up on yourself. Thank you all for being here. All right. Dion Ricketts, big up Dion Ricketts and Black Goddess Henry. Dion Ricketts, Audrey right there, I laugh. All right. Hear me now? Let's get into, let's start with a feel-good story. See? Let's start with a feel-good story. So there's a feel-good story here. A street vendor who is thrilled as 2 daughters graduate from the University of the West Indies. 2 daughters graduate from the University of the West Indies. So she must, first of all, let me say, she must be one proud mommy, because you know how life can be for some people when your mother a higgler, and that is your, so that is from whence forth you came, and that is your socioeconomic status, because that's how Jamaica run, right? You don't know rich people picnic in a band with no gold spoon in your mouth, this, and your mommy there, and make sure that, and then shout out to the children for making mommy proud like this, because you see how a lot of today's young ladies are. There are a lot of them that are in school getting an education, but you know, the whole broke out and stay a certain way and certain levels of ignorance and man fi do this, and there's more find a man with money than there is I'm gonna go get it and build it for myself kind of thing. So shout out to them for that. First of all, it's nice to see it. I love it. Over the past 25 years, that, first of all, that is their picture, mommy with one of her daughters on the front for our icon this morning. So you can go take a good look on a powerful woman. All right. Over the past 25 years, Elizabeth Jennifer Williams was shot once. Listening up. She was shot once and robbed multiple times as she tried to edge out a living on the gritty corporate area streets and send her 5 daughters through school. Last week, when 2 of her daughters graduated from the University of the West Indies Mona campus, it was validation that despite the dangers, the risk was worth it. Yo, let me say, on better kiss mommy foot, on better wash her foot them, on better take care of her. Like, listen, your mother out here catching gunshots for you and never quit, never gave up, never say, I'm scared, I can't go out there no more to do it. Putting herself at risk like that. It's one thing to say, boy, there's a possibility that somebody might rob me out there, you know. But then when you go out there and get robbed multiple times, and you still say, if you do this for me, picnic them, so I have to go back out there again. And you go again and get robbed more, why, it rough to keep on doing them something there. The sacrifices and the level of sacrifices that some of these good parents make for a better future for them children, you know, and then pick up gunshot too. Most people that would have been their last stop. All right, this is it. I'll find something else to do. Now I'll go back out there again. She went out there again. Look at what's coming out of this. Thank God them never have, she said them never have any father to stand up for them. Them fathers run from the responsibility. So me have to stand up and say, me no want them be worse off than kids will live with them mother and father. Them father run from the responsibility. Some wicked man. I don't even know how some men do that. Some of us are disgusting. Y'all like, you find a woman with 2 kids that are not yours, and you take her up and you give her 2 more that are now yours, and then you run gone. And then she, you know, me don't know what she'll look for. She go pick up a next man after you and get 2 more for the next man. So now she have 6 picking by 3 different men. None of them not stay around. Yes, in part her fault. But these men that keep dropping seeds and running, you don't have to stay with the mother, because we're grown people and we realize how the world has changed. But at least stay for your children. At least stay close by for your children. You know what I'm saying? When you leave, your picnic them suffer. End of story. It could be the shot. Me not have to say no long paragraph for you. Remember this. As a man, remember this. When you leave, your children suffer. That's all me I say. Crystal, the only sister who participated in the graduation ceremony, expressed pride in her achievement, but she's equally proud of her mother, who she has observed making many sacrifices over the years to ensure that they could keep hope alive for a better life. I'm proud of myself to know that she pushed me to do really great, so I don't have to come here at the stall in the future to do something like this. But I still want to remember my roots, where I am coming from. This, let me achieve greatness, she said. Sunday to Sunday, me dey a road. Me will leave she, Crystal, me will leave she at the stall and go wash up, cook, come back down in the night, and then for them to go to school a morning. It wasn't an easy task. Me have to bend my mind. I never go out. No freedom. Nothing at all. More than there, so. Right there, so. At the stall. Yo, let me pause again and say this. Me see mothers make some sacrifice, our parents make some sacrifice like these. In a lot of the cases, it's mothers. And me see people get opportunity and fly out. And you know, say the same mother them don't remember. Yo, someone don't feel like God will strike on the down like right where you stand. You don't feel like you will catch stroke and heart attack out of nowhere. You don't feel like some kind of judgment and punishment are gonna come swiftly. Like your mama make these kind of sacrifices, man. You supposed to be her guardian angel. You supposed to be her knight in shining armor. You supposed to wash foot and kiss toes. You're supposed to, there's nothing she should be short of. You understand? There's nothing a woman like this should be short of. But me see, man, get opportunity, fly out, all girl a foreign way meet, I get nice car, come up in a life now, you know. Him having big degree on these things. A true story, may I tell you, girl I get nice car and jewelry and flown out on trips and all these things. Poor mommy did it, all the light cut off, cause JPS a killer with bills, and the one little light bill the youth couldn't even pay from foreign. And when you see him Instagram lit, life is up and running. It's called ungratefulness. What them tell me about ungratefulness? It was that what? All right then. So wickedness. And I hope these girls never forget their mommy and never forget her sacrifices that she made. The woman said she never go out. She not go nowhere. All these years she hasn't been anywhere. She go from the house to the stall. What's that rich car of Christine Simpson? She go from the house to the stall. That's it. And then she take a break and put one of them to watch the stall while she go back up at the house, go cook up, clean up, fix up, and thing, and come back down again. Probably take a little break, away from the stall, the monotonous grind of being there all day, every day, Sunday to Sunday. No days off, nothing like that. I never go nowhere, no freedom, nothing at all, more than right there, so. The mother said. William started out selling shoe polish and brushes before upgrading to a juice stall. She then progressed to her... Hey, that's why the boy can't beg me no money, you know. The woman started out selling shoe polish. You know, you have some big broad back strong man, but yo, let off a thing now and make something go on for me. No boy go look work. And some of them out here robbing people that are working and sacrificing like the degenerates them that robbed and shot her, this same mother. Yeah. Them same one come with two hands, so always begging. Or them eye get starry when them see people things. William started out selling shoe polish and brushes before upgrading to a juice stall. She then progressed to her current stall, which offers a wide variety of merchandise. And if you look on the Jamaica Gleaner, I took their picture from the Jamaica Gleaner, but if you look on the Jamaica Gleaner, they're actually in a picture inside of her stall. And our stall well stock out, all right? So she started out with selling shoe brush and shoe polish, and then she went from that upgrade to a juice stall, and then she got from that to what she have now, which is like an all-inclusive kind of store, right? So upgrading at all times, she progressed to the current stall she has now, which offers a wide variety of merchandise in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. All right. Using the profits and her partner draws to fund her children's education. I don't know, partner draw go sometime. Boy, I never see people fight over something more than partner draw. Crystal said that Williams insisted that neither she nor Leisha would take student loans to attend university, and they made sure that they participated in overseas work programs and travel programs to the United States as she also wanted them to experience traveling. Oh man. All right. In the last year of my university, them don't have no loan. Them don't have no student loan bills to go pay off after graduation. Not only did she send them through, they have no loans to pay off. In the last year of my university, when I came back from work and travel, I said, I'll pay my tuition this time, Crystal told the gleaner. She's like, no. Mommy said, no, keep your money, save your money. And she paid for it nonetheless. Throughout her tenure at Tarrant High and then the University of the West Indies, Crystal would help her mom at the stall. And although she said that she was not embarrassed to be seen selling on the streets, she did experience bullying and discrimination because of it. Yeah, your mama higla, or no come from lower class, that kind of stuff. And you are going to see that because that's how Jamaica society is geared. Sometimes I'm here and persons don't want something because they say maybe it's expensive and they're like, if you did take your lesson in a school, you wouldn't dare so I sell. Not knowing that she's actually going to school. You understand? That's real. What a laugh. Because I bet you money. You know what I'm saying? Empty barrel make the most nice. I bet you could imagine you there helping mommy at her stall, right? You're in school, you're up on the travel program, you just come back from the US, you went there, you made some money. Because when they come to the US on that program, them work, they're employed. And they get, I don't know, big money, but they get some money. And then they can put that money towards their tuition. See? And you have mommy helping you doing all this to make sure that you go through, you graduate, and you don't have anything to pay back. And some bright people. And when I say bright, I not talk intelligence bright. Style you at your stall. Let me get one of them something there. And I said, this, a shirt yeah? Them say, yes, that one there. How much you sell it for? You say 1,500. 1,500 for what? Yo, money, you know, I look at rob, you know, I try rob people and them start go off all broke this and that. And if you did put your head to your books, them you wouldn't out there so a stall or sell, not knowing that all along, that's exactly her grind. You know? You see people, and I want to tell you something. I bet you money, she's in a better position than some of these people that are styling her, or were styling her, bullying her, and talking them kind of talk. They talk down on you, you know? Because you know, spell out your life story for them and wear it by your forehead. So they assume you're nobody. So she said, yes, she experienced bullying and discrimination. Not that she was ashamed to be there at the stall with our mommy, but she did experience these things. Sometimes I'm here and persons don't want something, but because they say maybe it's expensive, and then they're like, if you did take your lesson in a school, you wouldn't dare so I sell. But juggling her studies with selling at the stall was at times challenging. Sometimes I didn't get the chance to study because I had to be here supporting her, Mummy. But nonetheless, I accomplished this, said the elated graduate. That word that sound goodie, graduate. It's one thing to go. It's one thing to go. It's the next thing to graduate. I know enough people were go school, you know, were enrolled in. The graduation part. All right. So big up to her for that, for sticking it through. She said, sometimes I didn't get the chance to study because I had to be here supporting her, which is Mummy, but nonetheless, I accomplished this, said the elated grad. There was this time when I had a presentation at UA, University of the West Indies. My mom had to go to town, downtown Kingston, and she left me here. And my presentation started at 1 p.m. I had to close down the shop, and ran up to UA at 1:30 p.m. to get my presentation done. Now she looks back on these moments with pride. Yeah, because she wanted it. Seeing them as stepping stones to a future she and her mother can be proud of. I'm feeling really good to accomplish something great. Not a lot of persons use this to reach that far, and it's a milestone, she said, sharing that she intends to pursue a master's degree in integrated communication starting next year. Cause some girl, yo, them thing about me feel good is the one. Hear me no man. Sure. Hear me not like I my accomplishment, you know. Sure. Talk to me no. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. No excuses. No excuses. This is what the army taught me, and I'm teaching that to my boys. All my children really, but my boys are older. No excuses. That's it. Stop coming up with excuses. She could have came up with excuses. Oh, I was down at the stall and mommy did have to leave and go somewhere, so I couldn't do the presentation because I had to stay here. And then now I'm falling back or I'm failing. Or I was also taught that obstacles are placed in your way. They're not placed in your way to stop you. To achieve anything great, you're going to have to make up your mind to go through these obstacles. The obstacles are not there to stop you. The obstacles are there to separate, to weed out who really wants this versus who don't really want it. Because some people jump in and think, oh, it's an easy feat. I'm going to be a doctor. And them tell everybody, me I go to school and me I go be one doctor, you know. And then them not make it. They don't make it because there are so many obstacles there. And after them go over 1 and 2, they get exhausted and they quit. Not that they didn't have the mind to make it. They did. They just didn't have the perseverance to make it. So obstacles are only there to weed out the people who really don't want it. It's there for the people. The people who want it, they don't see those as obstacles. They see those, like she said, after she got through all this, looking back now, those were stepping stones to creating this ideal life, better than what they're coming from. You see it? So with that said, like life is like running hurdles, Vicky Victory says. Patsy Barnes says it's your challenges. BM says a lot of us have so much privilege and wasted it all. Absolutely. Absolutely. Majority of us in here don't know what it feels like to come from certain inner city communities. We don't know what it feel like to hear enough gunshot a beat around your neighborhood, which part you live. We don't know what it feel like for mummy a sell out as a stall down a marketplace around there, so a man rob her and she all get shot and she have to go back out there. There's a lot of anxieties that come with living this type of life. Because surely you must be thinking, boy, the next time them shoot her, she might not be that lucky. Because you see Jamaica climate, especially in that area, you see Jamaica climate, you see the gunplay is an everyday thing. Every day somebody dead. Every day a couple of people get shot up. Man rob now, them don't just rob. Them rob and kill. Right? And I don't, boy, sometimes, and I've said it before, you know, I say, rob me, but leave me so you can't rob me again. Because anything you take from me, me sure me can get it back. Material things, me just can't replace my life. People can't replace their life. So them I rob the people them for some little something where it can't even take you through 24 hours. And you kill somebody because you don't want them see your face or go tell say how you are or whatever. Rob me but left me so you can't rob me again. But no, the order of the day is rob and kill. No face, no case. So I go. Tough. So shout out to this mom for being a champion example. And she have 5 girls. All right, women. I tell you this. No singer, no school teacher, no whoever is out there is going to be burnt in your daughter's brain as a role model more than you are. Remember that. Your mama is your first example to every woman, female, little girl. Mommy is the first example. All when she had tried do other. If mommy did deal in a fragrant foolishness around her, and it was a constant thing, you best believe that she's going to go through a period in her life where she's going to emulate those things until she catch her senses and start cycle it out. So whatever it is that you're portraying before your daughters, just know that you're setting them up to go through exactly what you're showing them. See? Good luck to them. Many don't make it out of that cycle. So shout out to Mummy for being that shining example. She could have the road and take a whole heap of man. She could have want to be hot girl and a chase man. She could have been doing so many other things that are typical among us. But she stick to it. These women are what you call the backbone. See? Them woman here. Me, I go do it so my daughter them know if I come do it. She see the future for her daughter them. She sees the future for her children. And every time she go out there, she says, I know this more for them. And we can see that this is probably going to be an option. She wanted to wipe that option off the table. Make them come help me do it while them young now. But me no want them turn big woman and this is where them come sit down and do. Them can do better. I want better for them. And she sacrificed and paved the way. K2B2 says, kudos to the hardworking mother and her daughters who graduated, and I pray that they will find success at whatever they do and that their mom will continue being happy and proud at what they make of themselves. The only thing at this point now I'm worried is she's still out there. And, you know, they haven't reached that place yet where them can say, all right, things are going so good, mom, close down that stall there. Or go open a storefront in a better community or something. They haven't reached that stage yet. We're still watching them go, you know, milestone after milestone, stepping stones and stuff. So I just pray that she stays safe, that she, you know, she's protected and she stays safe out there and no ill will don't come her way. And they're able to see this all the way through. But this is a monster feat. This is a huge accomplishment. Lucky G says, you are a super mom. Jamaica need more of these women like you. Yes, indeed. And with that said, I tip my hats to her. And it's just a feel-good story and a good way to start the day off. Yes, my mom would beat me to learn. I will be listening, can't comment. Julie Tapper, thank you for being here. King Big says, glad for me, mama, and glad for mama and glad for our daughter, Jano. Not true? Because you know it could have turned out much worse. Just look around. The statistics are there. Enough women have a whole heap of picnic and no man no daddy, and you see how the picnic them turn out and the environment they're in wild already, and she can't contain and control whole of them and these things. You know, so that goes to show also that those children respect her. I have to give youth something to respect. A lot of parents don't know that. Them just think, do as I say, not as I do. And then they get in trouble. And them want boof buff the picnic, but him not listen. Well, what kind of example are you setting? Do you command your child's respect through your actions? Or you going with follies in front of the youth and the youth don't want to respect you? Think about it. So obviously, she created that environment inside her household to where her children respect her to the fullest enough to follow through with what she had set up for them. You know? It's deep. We can go all morning and talk about that one here, you know, because the psychological ramifications of all this, going into all this, the dynamics of this whole story, the socioeconomics of this whole story, it goes pretty deep. Pretty deep. I'm proud in my heart like my accomplishment, me not like. And there are more stories out there like this, more people out there like this. I saw one young lady, she said nothing was going to stop her. And she was doing her final exam while she was in labor. And she ended up pass. Now, the average person would have said, I'm going into labor. Oh, I'm in labor. She was like, I'm in labor, but my exam. So while she's giving birth, she's thinking, I have to do this because I have to create a better life for this child that I'm bringing into the world right now. Multitasking. Yo, some of the women so powerful, yo, and come in like some aliens, really. I'm baffled, you know. But kudos to y'all. Kudos to y'all, to the good woman them. The shining example woman them. Them thing there. Circumstances made the mother, but she made sure that she was not leaving her children there. Yes, and we have to respect that to the fullest. Now, in closing this section to go on to the next topic, let's say this. Remember when we were going through COVID and the place did lockdown? And they had all these rules and regulations. Do y'all remember me? I kept coming on and kept saying, free up the place with this whole mandatory lockdown something. Like, they free up the place a little bit Monday to Friday and then lock in the people on the weekends. And I'm like, what sense does this make? Because we're amongst each other all week. Then you lock we in with our families on the weekend. I remember seeing a video of a police officer, a man stand up at his gate. And the police said, go inside. And the man said, me inside of my yard. And the police said, no, go inside the walls of your house. All in your yard, you have to go in the walls of your house. And I thought, no jerk pan, no up, no stall, no up out a road. And I told y'all, I said, these are the people that we're advocating for. So if they already have the laws in place, send out your police them, enforce the laws. Who abide, and who don't abide, you know what to do with them. But you can't close the place down because there are people that depend on this to a degree you probably wouldn't understand. And them people I me that talk about. Because some people feel like people will sell a stall and people will have them little jerk pan out a road and them something there. They feel, and them little cook shop, they feel like them people there, that's their life. And their children, that will be their life for the rest of their life. So we don't have to pay them no mind, which is false. It's false. Those are people that are working hard. Those are entrepreneurs and they want better. Those are people that have created a way to earn instead of sitting down and saying and complaining like everybody else. The government needs to bring more job come around here, create more job for we. Nothing now go on. Then make something go on. And then you take away what they have going on, right? Those are the people I was advocating for. So to see this story, it comes all the way back around to me. That's why I'm filled with joy to read a story like this. Because it's an example showing people that, you see that? You see, these are the people you were hurting with this whole lock up all weekend something. A weekend we go shop and browse the town and thing. And there was nobody out there. So a woman like this was sitting at home. Couldn't come out. All right. Moving right along now. Wanna hear what? The Rushane Patterson Slickianna story I saw. Wanna remember Donna Lee Donaldson still? Or people are starting to forget her? Well, here's an update to the Rushane Patterson story. You know, that's why I talk the way how I talk, you know. I talk and always leave room for escape, you know, because things can change. I can't predict nothing. I can see some things coming. Freeport, St. James. After about a 40-minute questioning and answer session on Tuesday, today is what? Wednesday? Happy hump day, everybody. So yesterday this happened. After a 40-minute question and answering session on Tuesday, the police failed to charge Rushane Patterson with any crime at all, anything in connection with the death of social media influencer Aneka Slickianna Townsend. Them not have nothing upon him for the case. It goes deeper. He was questioned in the presence of a lawyer who sat in on behalf of his attorney, Michelle Thomas. Now remember, Michelle Thomas came out and said, "Una better dot on the iron cross on the T's, you know. Una better don't start playing with me because I'm not coming to play. Y'all are violating my client. Why not carry him gone way over so and so, dragging him about the place and I talk about investigating crime scene and these things, and he hasn't even been questioned in the presence of his attorney yet. Oh, no, question him without me present. Big violation, constitutional violation. All right, see there. He was questioned now. After all this time, them having him finally get the question and answer. He was questioned in the presence of an attorney who sat in on behalf of his attorney, Michelle Thomas. Patterson was reportedly asked direct questions about Slickianna, to which he responded with general answers, is how it's put. He remains behind bars, though, as a result of being charged last week with abduction in connection with a 2018 incident. 2018. We're in 2022. Right now, they would have prejudiced the man. On Tuesday, Thomas fled the police and she argued, in other words, she's chastising the police, his attorney, and she argued that her client has been shabbily treated. Right now, they would have prejudiced the man because they would have highlighted the fact that he's a person of interest, upstirred the public, and now, when we reach at the brink of a moment, there is nothing conclusive to say that he did anything at all, or that there is even a case for him to answer in this. In other words, all that excitement, media excitement you created around my client, people start writing in letters. And remember the letter them when we read and alleged those letters of women confessing. One girl says she work as a masseuse or at the massage place, and how him come in there with a group of friends and him grab her in her throat and drink liquor and spit it in her mouth, and she run go vomit, and she felt so violated, and he requested her to do his massage, and how him try force himself in her with no condom and these kind of things. And you remember all them something there? Him do it. He's been doing this for the longest. He's a serial murderer. All that. And then them now have nothing upon the man. On Tuesday, Thomas fled the police. His attorney chastised them. And so right now, them prejudice the man because them highlight the facts. They would have highlighted the fact that he's a person of interest. Upstirred the public. And now, when we reach at the brink of a moment, there is nothing conclusive to say he's involved in any way in this. It is just sad that this 2018 matter that they have him on now, this is his lawyer speaking, she said it is just sad that this 2018 matter they have him on now had to come to light, had to come to the forefront in light of another matter, which is the Slickianna case being brought to light. So one would have wondered whether or not the police would have actually pursued that 2018 case if he was not a person of interest regarding the Aneka Townsend matter. I'm telling you, a strong, a court date has not yet been set for the 2018 matter, but Thomas, the attorney, said that preparations will now have to be made for her client's defense. Patterson was charged last week, Thursday, with abduction and assault in connection with an incident that took place between himself. The details are coming. Between himself and a woman who was alleged to be his friend. This is what they charged him for. In that incident, according to the Jamaica Observer, in that incident, he reportedly, I saw the report say, he reportedly asked the complainant to meet him at a gas station on Duane Park Road in the corporate area. When they met up, he reportedly showed her a picture, and pull out a picture and show her and said, "This is you and your new boyfriend, right?" And demanded to know how many times she and her new man had sex. That's what the report says. Patterson reportedly drove away with the woman in the car before stopping along the road and attempting to choke her. She a fight. She a get choked. She was also allegedly hit over the head. It is further alleged that Patterson asked the woman for money and she refused. And he threatened to kill her and dispose of her body. I kill you and dash you over there, so. You know, she start beg and bawl. Allegations are that after the woman convinced him that she would not report the incident, we're not gonna tell nobody, I swear, please let me go. Convince him. He drove her back to her car and then he drove away. She later reported that incident to the police anyways, even though she told him she wasn't going to if him let her go. There were no updates on the case until Patterson was named as a person of interest in the Slickianna Aneka Townsend case on October 2022, and this one happened in 2018. A day after the body of Aneka Slickianna was found, he became a person of interest. A post-mortem conducted on November 5th indicated that Aneka was strangled with a shoelace. She was found with a shoelace around her neck. Thomas said that her client will never recover from the way that the police have handled this investigation. Dirty up the man, style up him name, face, stigmatized now forever out a road. Serial killer, serial rapist. Whether he overcomes this hurdle or not, he will always be scared, and in the public's eye, his reputation is gone. This is his attorney. It is a sad day when the Jamaica Constabulary Force would have a man have his picture posted, ask that he come in, create a picture as though he was not innocent, and so they have cogent evidence when in fact they did not have a single thing. Did y'all remember when I said, okay, they have him in custody, good. Now go about and do proper police work so you have something. Y'all remember me said that? Y'all remember I said there's too many mistakes being made here? They violated his constitutional rights along the way. Too many mistakes. Y'all remember I said that? And I even said I'm not an attorney, but anybody can see that. All this was grounds for us to reach a place of dash this way. Or him not have nothing to do with this. Unless they had some concrete evidence. And look where it reached. And he has not been charged with anything that has anything to do with her. His attorney says, look at where we're at. After on a style up him name like that, have him face all over the place. How is he going to recover from this? Look at where we're at. I saw. Yo, I swear, man. Mr. Holy man, Mr. Do proper police work. Put stuff together. Maybe there wasn't anything to put together. Remember they did a raid on his house or something like that. And they confiscated his vehicle and took his vehicle in for, forensic. You got dust and see fingerprints here and there and whatever. I seen somebody, them spread rumors. Oh, her fingernails broke off in his car, SouFLo, which showed a sign of struggle. And I report them something there. And that, I say, the paperwork said them not have nothing upon him at all. There you have it. So now, let's go find the real killer, which will never be found. Some people have said the real killer will never be found because that's him and them just let him go. Others are saying it's not him. It's somebody else. We don't know. We have to go by this now. And by this says they got nothing on him. All the women that were writing in. I remember one lady write and say, I apologize first. So remember that letter there? I apologize to the woman them and the girls them who he might have harmed because I probably caused it because I didn't report this incident with him. And if I did and we had gotten him off the street, he wouldn't have gone on to hurt anybody else. So let me first apologize to his victims, all who came after me, blah, blah, blah. Well, here what? if their stories are true, this is a reason why they hide and tell their story. If their stories are true, this is the reason why they hide and tell their story. Could you imagine coming in close proximity to a monster? I'm not saying he is. Follow my argument. Because I don't want nobody say me tarnish the man's reputation. I go off what's published. Hypothetically speaking, could you imagine if he is the one and these women who wrote in have actually come in contact with him and have been strangled by him and have been beat up by him and have been this and that and attempted rape and all the other thing, and one girl said he raped her? Could you imagine coming in contact with him that close, then telling everything, and then him beat it and come back a road, come look upon you in your face like this? You don't have nowhere to run, go. You now know firsthand that this person is dangerous. And you have to go take care of yourself. Because what you've just been told is the law can't protect you. Yes, Black Goddess Henry says these victims are afraid and they scared and they don't believe in the justice system, which is actually factual. Actually factual. This is not like America. Jamaica is set up like America. You know, in America, anybody would tell upon you. You do some stuff out here that can get you all 25, 30 years, 40 years, and you do it on any one of them streets, somebody are going to tell upon you. Never mind that there are multiple cameras everywhere. If the camera didn't catch you on First Street where you committed the crime, I bet you a camera caught you on Second Street as you were running away from the scene, which puts you in the vicinity of the crime, and them can start from this and these things. All these stuff, them don't have a Jamaica like that, right? The cameras ain't lined up like that. They're not everywhere like that. But people tell here because they know that the system is going to follow through and they're protected. Good riddance. I seen a man beat a woman the other day, and she was afraid. So here I tell the police now, to the policeman. She said, I don't want to press any charges, as he was being led away in the police car. I don't want to press any charges. The police said, how long has this been going on? She said, always beat me. Always. I had my ribs broke before. I lied about it and said I fell down the steps. I had my disc broke, my that broke. And the policeman said, today is your day. Kidnapping is in. Remember, I'm telling about the kidnapping stuff? Kidnapping is in his charges today. So I guess he breached her house, went in. He wasn't supposed to be there. Take her and move her more than a certain amount of feet by force, which qualifies for kidnapping. That alone, and I heard the police tell this woman, he said, you have at least 25 years to be worried free from him. 25 years to get your life together, to get some counseling, get over all this, reposition yourself in life, and be somebody productive. That's reassurance. That's reassurance. Them don't have that in Jamaica. They don't have that in Jamaica. I will never say someone does something until I have evidence. BM, exactly. That's why it's always alleged. And not only that, I also know how the system works and the possibility that even though somebody did something, they might get off. Not saying he did. I'm just saying, in all the other stories that I do, that's why I always leave a room for escape. This is what was reported. This is what we have to say about it. That's about it. Can't say, him do it. Can't say that. I always ask for irrefutable evidence for everybody. Once you can give me the irrefutable evidence, I told y'all, I said, all right, now them need to go do proper police work and come up with stuff that they will have solid so they don't have to let him go. I said that before. So if they had came back and said, well, her blood was found in his vehicle and we did a DNA on it, the match, and it matches her, we have a positive match, I would say, okay, you can't beat that. You must have got explain that. Broken fingernails were found, which turns out to be hers as well. Signs of a struggle. There were scrapes on the side of his neck, which were consistent with the broken fingernails. Blah, blah, blah. If them did find stuff like that, and release that, I would have said yes, I him. Well, how else y'all gonna explain that? But I never said, because here we are. Here we are. So just know that Rushane was not charged, and according to the law, he has nothing to do with the Slickianna stuff. I don't know if they might find anything later on, but you know, the streets were talking, and the streets did say, you soon hear SouFLo, watch and see. He might get to it. And he's for sure there. Got away. Yeah. Karen Jones said they might start disappear too. Let's not forget that case, right? That was a factual case and a made up stuff. It happened where the woman ended up pointing him out. Remember? After she was raped and throat slit, and she said that was him. I'm still asking, where is that woman? Everybody is still asking, where is that woman? They can't locate her, and she disappeared without a trace. So it can look like him, but until and now she did point him out. She did give a statement saying it was him. But to how the law go in Jamaica, they needed her there, present, when the court case start, and she's nowhere to be found. Mind you, he was let out on bail. Vicky Victory says what everybody else is thinking, or what most people are thinking. Some people say maybe she's in hiding and does not want to be found because she herself don't trust the system either. So she think the best thing is take away herself before them actually silence her by death. Or maybe she indeed is dead. But that's where it sits. Now we come to the Donnelly Donaldson case, right? With Noel Maitland. Noel Maitland case is a different case. Theme case have too much, because somebody said SouFLo, you see how that youth I get to it? I see him where Noel I go get to it. I don't think so. I think they have to fry Noel. They don't have a choice. Too much evidence points to him, and it's not circumstantial evidence. It's concrete evidence, along with all the circumstantial evidence that matches up to the concrete evidence. So I don't think him can. Yeah, Vic said I think him can get to it. I don't think he can get to it either. Anyhow, we see him get to it. Megoso. That would be the last straw. That would be the last straw. But like I said before, the JCF reputation is on the line because this is a member of the JCF, the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Them can't go out like this. Not with that much stuff pointing towards him. You know, in Donnelly Donaldson case, I think they tried so hard to cover stuff up, but there was just so much that kept coming that they didn't have a choice but to go down that route. Yes, Patsy Barrett. Same thing, me say. You're a Patsy say, I don't put anything past them. That's why I always talk and left it open so I can get out. Me not put nothing past them. It's like buying one lotto ticket for the lottery, knowing that the possibilities are I might not win are greater than the one little chance me have. But without a ticket, I have zero possibilities of winning. So I buy me one ticket and say two prayers and hope. Keep my fingers crossed. That's like that. Veronica Gale say, wash your hands now. You think Veronica, you think you more get to it? I don't think him will get to it. I don't think him can get out of that. It's too much for him. Now, Irwa, The FLA boss him now. You think him will get away? Damn, she said she think he's gonna get away. Why I don't know enough? I don't see it. I don't see it. No possible way. No possible way. Oh, Black Goddess Henry says unless him and Trump is related. Sean Cassell says let's take the like to 500, please, fam. Squeeze up the thumbs up button for me, please. Thank you, Sean. Listen, the FLA, let's switch up the subject real quick because we have 2 more topics and we're getting there in time. All right. There's a gun amnesty going on in Jamaica, right? Gunman must hand in gun. Soldier 819 says, I feel Veronica's sentiment. There's no confidence in our system. And that's why people don't really tell when things happen. Hear this. Amnesty are gone. Gunman supposed to turn in them gun. Headline says, SHOTTA scoffs at gun amnesty. Says he is a dead man without his firearm. This is a 20-year-old. A 20-year-old gunslinger said that he will readily spend 15 years to life in prison or behind bars before him hand over his 45 caliber handgun during the ongoing 2-week gun amnesty. Jack, they call him, because they omitted his name, purchased the firearm at an illegal gun shop in 2018 for 140,000 Jamaican dollars. He resides in a volatile community in the corporate area, same place where Mummy have our stall and sell on these things and send our daughter them go Yui. He resides in a volatile part. He told the Star that he used his savings to purchase the weapon after gang war claimed the lives of relatives and friends of his. Him say, right now, me choose the gun over food because me can't eat the food and a man come take me 2 pints. At 3 pints, we normally say in a Star, so I don't know where 2 pints I go, but okay. The man said, right now, I choose gun over food. Because I can't eat the food and a man still come take me 3 pints. Enough time, all 3 nights straight, me a bleach straight without food. And me no miss it. Because my life more valuable. Me a 20 now. And if me should have got prison, me a come out by me a 35. So me still can make life. A 3 meals a day me a go get and no work. The only thing is, me now can move around so freely. And me would have hoped to, but at least me would have still have life. The amnesty took effect on November 5th for all you Jamaicans who are willing to go turn in your gun. It is in full effect now. What Jack just said is not anything far from what I have said. Go back and look on the video them. Me telling you, nobody now turn in no gun. The amnesty took effect on November 5th following the approval of the Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Firearm Amnesty Order 2022 by the Senate. The amnesty is slated to end at midnight on November 19th. So now have about 10 days left to turn in your firearms. Breaches of the act will result in penalties ranging from 15 years, which is the starting point if you get catch with a gun in Jamaica now. No more 3 years, 2 years. Laden, get lucky. Tommy Lee, get lucky. Whoever else get catch with a gun, get lucky. Because had it been after this, the starting point from now on is 15 years. And it ranges from 15 years to life in prison. The man said, Prof, I go rob 15 years. Than walk without him gun. Because him life. Minister of National Security Dr. Harris Chang yesterday said that the police have not received any firearms. All right, sir. Okay. Oh, you know that thing I got in SouFLo? Didn't you? Which gunman you know in Jamaica gonna take up him gun and talk about here, me a turn in my gun. Me I left myself out the road with nothing. And all the people them want to lick off my head, them are gonna just forget it. Cause them are gonna say, boy, I'm turning him gun now, so him is a good guy now. I forget everything what him did do before. Really though? Minister of National Security Dr. Harris Chang yesterday said that the police have not received not even one firearm since the amnesty was launched. Persons may hand over the firearms to a sub-officer or senior sub-officer on duty at the police station, any designated officer at the firearm licensing authority location, or to an attorney at law on behalf of an individual that's seeking the amnesty for delivery to the nearest police station. Right now, some of them money are pre like this. Brother, when you go turn in the gun, they must say you have more gun. So when you go in there, them have camera and thing, them remember you on the camera. Them remember you take man for coffee, them remember you on the camera them. Yeah, and them also see them carry the big 45 come give you. I bet you have the rifle around there. Yo, watch a boy there. That alone, them not come turn in no gun. You can hand it off to your lawyer. Tell your lawyer if you go turn it in. Tell your lawyer if you go. What a risky thing. Tell your lawyer if you go turn it in. The lawyer does not have to say who he's representing. Jack, who is a father of one, said that he has never taken a life, but he was forced to return fire before at rival gang members earlier this year after they invaded his community. After my safety this, why me buy my gun? That's what the man said, you know. After my safety this, why me buy my gun, you know. Without my gun, me naked. And it's not like after we give it in, them can provide no safety for we. Me not trust the system. Nobody not trust the system. Them a say we can ask lawyer to carry gun in. But how much are we lawyer? How much are we have lawyer? You know, see a styling thing this. Chang said that once the amnesty expires, the full force of the law is expected to be applied to anyone that is found in possession of an illegal firearm or ammunition. Please remember, I put out a little warning for you to come. I want soon to go do the 15 years, but me understand the angles. 15 years at Jamaica prison are nice. One day in the door nice, but remember say, at 15 they must start now. According to the laws on the book, the judge can't even go lower and say you is a good church boy, sings on the choir, help the old lady cross the street, and take care of your ill mother. So me will give you 5 or 10. The judge will have to start at 15. That's how them set the laws now. Boy, Chang said once that amnesty expire, which is on the 19th of this month, the full force of the law will be applied to anybody that is found with an illegal firearm. And please understand that an illegal firearm means you were not approved by the FLA if you have that something there where you have. Jack also criticized the Cash for Guns initiative, which sees citizens being paid up to $500,000 for turning over illegal firearms. And nobody not turn over no illegal gun. 500,000, and nobody hasn't turned in that one. He offered another solution to the crime fighting plans. Hear what I'm saying? I feel like them need to have a contract with the entertainer them. Some of the top ones them. And let them do some song that lash out against crime and violence. And I bet you said that will work. Me in the business, the music thing myself, I know how powerful it is. Music will and it can put you in a trance. So imagine, what if you can do this to the youths them? If them are hear good songs from them favorite artists them. Jack said. Harsh Chang was forced to do this by Andre calling him out. Harsh Chang was forced to do this by Andre calling him out. Vicky, we are call out Harsh Chang from before Andre even come on Instagram, on YouTube. But I mean, give credit to whoever you feel like you need to give credit to. It's 7 years we've been on this. Nothing new. We beat down them topic here. We're the first one that come out and said all this. And of course, over the years, we went from being called no other vlogger. Go and look. No other vlogger was talking about anything going on in Jamaica other than dancehall music and gossip and mix-up. We championed the way there. If you can find a vlogger that was doing it before my first videos, me pay you. None. And I made the initiative known then. The reason why I was doing it. My whole mission statement was said out on camera just like this. I'm not doing this to get likes. YouTube doesn't even like when we do these types of videos because they're not even considered monetizable content. But I feel like if we're going to have a platform, we need to put this behind a worthy cause. I said I wanted the world to be conscious of what was going on in Jamaica on a daily basis. People are getting killed. We're overrun with guns on a daily basis, right? And we're just getting murdered. And then our music is like the soundtrack to our demise. Not only are we killing ourselves, we're making music to dance to us killing ourselves. That's years ago. I talked about Harsh Chan years ago. Some people tell me about, yo, my youth, you're agent, you know. You look like the American government put a chip in you and have you work against Jamaica like we're not trying to destroy Jamaica with your negative news and your this and your that. Them not kill people are foreign, which part you there? Why you not talk about that instead and all that? I gathered my audience, we sat down, we came up with a plan, a long list of plans of doable things that could be done to help us at least. To create some kind of, because right now gunmen feel empowered. They feel like them can kill and get away. Yo, that system is a joke. We know how to go through this. They don't have a fear of the system. We talk about all that. We talk about how life nice at prison. We talk about what they need to do to the prisons to make it beneficial to the people who are serving time as well as to the country itself. We touch upon all of them and not just once or twice and not just on surface in depth. So anybody who don't want to give credit, to give them the credit. But let me tell you this. We've been here putting pressure. Part of the initial mission statement was to have other people, vloggers, start coming out and doing these. But here what them do. First, them crucify me. The other vloggers, them crucify me because they weren't doing it. And those videos at the time were getting a whole lot of views. And then when they saw that it was getting a whole lot of views, they thought, okay, we can't beat him because him still do the video them. Make we start do the story them too. But if you listen how a lot of them were doing the stories, they were just regurgitating what was said in the newspaper. It wasn't nobody holding no long discussion and trying to make sense of what was happening and also trying to come up with a solution. We did that. So yeah, with that said, but again, give whoever you want to give credit. I'm just happy that it is being done. I'm just happy that more than 1, 2, 3, 20 people are doing it now. I'm just happy that the world is seeing that it's not only palm trees and beautiful beaches. People are dead down here. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Morning, fam. How you doing?
All right, and you?
I'm good, Can't complain. Talk to me now.
All right. Don't feel any way because we all know you were the one start talking about everything. But at the end of the day, Andre is the one who come out now. Remember, everybody been at the same with you watch you get beaten all the time because I'm with you since you say let's get to 30,000 subscribers. That's from when I've been right. I know you talk about things. That's when I tag you in the, I think, the Jamaica Observer yesterday. You get a tag yesterday about the CCTV, right?
Yeah.
That was me.
Okay.
So
and I said, and I
what you're
answered
doing
it, and I
is
said,
good.
I've been talking about this for 7 years. That was my answer,
All
right?
then. I know that. That's why I tagged you. But Andre, because him know how only for the people them, and him a go out and a ball out all of the things them. So him a really a put them to shame. Because at the end of the day, Jamaica already know Andre used to work around them and him know them business.
All right,
so
wait. Before you go any further, right?
Mm.
Me know why you turn this into you have to defend Andre. I don't even want you to call his name anymore. Because this can go way left. This can go way left.
That's true. This isn't about. What do you think?
All right. Big up yourself.
Yeah, go on do your thing because you're playing and do it. You understand me?
Yeah, big up
Don't
yourself.
Don't feel no way so far.
No, man.
Big up yourself, man.
All right. Manners. You see? And that's why simple things can turn into something complicated. I said, what did I say? I said, give credit to whoever you want to give credit to. My initial mission statement said I wanted a whole flock of people to come talk about when me did I talk about. I dared to step out first. I showed them that you can step out and talk about more than dancehall music and mix up who I take who for man and all these things. We have more pressing issues at hand, and we can use our platform to effect change. So after that, whoever you want to give credit to them. We don't have to call up nobody's name, and we don't have to say nothing, because sometimes you try to say something and people take you and twist it, and now she feel like she have to go defend Andre and make me know say Andre. Big up to Andre and big up to everybody else who is doing something constructive as far as affecting change. That's when you're using your platform for good, right? All right. Now, the youth say him not give up him gun because 3 meals a day I'm gonna get if him get locked up, and him not fi do no work in there. The only thing is him can't move around so much because I prison him there. But him young, and by the time him rub off them years there and come back out, he'll be about 35. Still young enough to make life. So he's more concerned about his life than he is about giving up the gun. Haven't I told you before that there are Jamaicans that carry illegal guns because them can't get approved by the FLA? They are not criminals. They're hardworking people, productive, progressive citizens who are afraid of gunmen, right? Them afraid of the gunman then. So they're going to arm themselves and them can't get no protection from the FLA. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, fam. How you doing?
I'm blessed. How are you this morning?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
Good. I just wanted to leave you with this quote because I thought of you. John F. Kennedy said, "Victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan." When you are on the front line, when you are leading conversations that are uncomfortable, it takes a lot of bravery and courage. And I just wanted to say to you, thank you on behalf of those in the diaspora, on behalf of Jamaicans who have to go through it on the rock, that, you know, we appreciate you pushing for these types of conversations. You understand?
Yes.
So regardless of who acknowledges who and whatever, I know that's not what it's about for you.
Right.
But I just wanted to say that to you. Victory has 1,000 fathers. All right, Daddy.
Manners and respect.
All right. Bye.
All right. Blessed. Yeah, man. This is a together thing. This is our thing. This is no me thing. And definitely not looking no stripes off this. This is where we wanted it to go. This is where we want it to go. We want more. You know, one of the things that grind my gears, why we started this, I used to watch like the Minister of Tourism, Mr. M. Bartlett. I used to watch him gloat and talk about how good the tourism sector is doing and all these things. On the other hand, I have to think about how sensitive my message might be, and then have people start being scared of going in. But then the tourism sector is growing. So I see all these foreigners that fly in, they enjoy themselves, they're happy and free and everything, and then they leave. And for them, it's a joyous experience. But majority of the people that actually live there, the people are stressed out. They're afraid. They're locked in their homes. If you don't believe me, just look at how much house grill up. I don't have no grills on my house here. Like grill up, grills are like prison bars. They have to start putting them power window, power doors. You know, we have to grill double side now and all these things. And I'm like, wow. So the world is not paying attention. For instance, America will fly all the way over to Afghanistan, right? And say, no, we know the difference, but just for argument's sake, and say we're going over there to liberate women who are being oppressed because they're forcing them to wear this and cover up them face and all this other stuff. But these same people are flying into Jamaica all the time, where people are dying like flies, over 1,000 and something murders every year with these guns that are made where, right? And them still come in and fly in and get vacation and get the underage sex and get all the other stuff because they can't do it in their country and fly back out. So I was looking at that and I was like, are any of them going to say, yo, things are terrible in Jamaica? Can we do something like to help Jamaica with this particular issue? That's why we started that, right? So here we are. It's a our thing, okay? It's a family thing. It's a our thing. Candle Flame 101, I appreciate you greatly. Candle Flame 101 left a substantial donation and said, SouFLo, talk your talk. Thank you for your platform. Much appreciated. You are always on point. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. So here's the FLA boss now. FLA boss says, and these are, again, what I tell you about Jamaica, we have class system more than we have racism. So you will have a man, dark like this, part of the shirt, yeah, black, but he's an uptown, turn up your nose at, come from, down that's a kind of person, and he is in a position to affect change, but he wants to keep the status quo going. This is how the FLA boss operates in Jamaica. So, on a classism thing, he made a statement recently that said, giving out or making access to licensed guns, making it more accessible for the citizens, that's not going to lower the crime rate. My answer to him is this. Sir, is your job to lower the crime rate? Police, soldier, government, job to lower the crime rate. When the people cannot govern themselves, government have to step in and govern. No, that's why your name government, right? We're just trying to protect ourselves. We're just trying to have a fighting chance against the man that's shooting at me with a 9mm loaded gun. If me have a 9 loaded too, and I know I'm backed by the law, I don't have to sit here and watch this man run up on me and kill me wife or kill me picnic them, and then we become front page news. I could fire back and he could run away because him sister me have firepower too. But that's his whole, which tells me them not gonna change the law. The FLA is bent on staying the way it is. And what this is going to lead to? This is going to lead to a lot of people going to prison. One of them politicians there, and I believe is Chang, don't quote me, could be somebody else, recently said, the prison system in Jamaica will now have to make a whole lot more room because a lot of people are coming to prison. Because just like this 20-year-old, I said he's not giving up his 45, enough other people have a little thing with them a whole and say, me not give up this neither, because me are no criminal. So me know me not going to prison for no criminal activities, but I'd rather have it and not need it than to actually not have it, and it could have saved my life. And that's where the people are left stuck. The FLA is the problem. And until they fix that, that's where the people are stuck. That's all. NS says, last night I was awakened by a gunshot down the road in a community up the hill from Ibis Star Hotel. 3 shots in rapid succession and then 2 more, several seconds apart. Hours later, no police response. And how many times have we seen, the most recent story is a taxi driver pick up some youth, was driving, you know, the man out there work for feed him family. Him drive taxi, pick up some youth, him dep on him hustling. One of the youth them pull out a gun and put it to the back of him head, right? Rob them, said them are gonna rob the taxi driver now, right? It was another person that was traveling in the same taxi that actually had a licensed firearm that said, oh, what kind of brightness this? And pull out film gun and end up firing and hitting both of them. And they died. Or one die on one runway and getaway, but was shot or something like that. But we see these stories constantly of people, civilians, that have their guns and they're able to use it to save other civilians. So why won't you arm the people if you keep on complaining that we're having a hard time recruiting new officers and we're short of staff? We don't have enough police officers to man the entire island. That's a part of the problem. And this is logistical information that criminals have because you've made it public. We don't have enough. So the criminal, you think them a dummy? You think these criminals are dummies? They're able to look and say, okay, so them not have enough. And them for monitor the whole island. So here we're going to hot up over so. And when them go over so, we go back so and go hot up over this so. And when them go so, we go back over this so and go hot up. Them now have the logistics to move around. Empower the people. The people are everywhere. Empower the people. Once you empower the people, you will see a change. You will see a change. My last example of this is right here so where me live. Florida gun laws are obviously way lax than Jamaica gun laws. The penalties are way stiffer than Jamaica's gun penalties in Florida. If you use your legal weapon in an illegal manner here, you're immediately cast as the criminal and you are treated with the full brunt of the law. And the years here are plenty for that. See? So enforce the law, but empower the people. Don't take away the people power and then talk about, well, suppose, not found too hot head. And that's not for you to determine. Govern using the law. That's your job. I make the people then be in a position to protect themselves. Ain't nobody breaking in no houses around here. Nobody is breaking in no houses around here. Granny packing out here. Ain't no escaping no nearby bushes around here. Jamaica can be the same. But again, to keep the people in a fearful condition, you know, them afraid, them have to depend upon who, they don't know who. Just pray more, pray hard about it, go church. We don't have enough police to save you. Run fast. What you expect them to do? Fling one knife after him. Swing a machete. What do you expect the people to do? So here comes Demarco now. Demarco says he's done with the gun lyrics. He's not the number gun song. Because just like this youth said, the youth said, very important, at the end of Femlica's speech, he said he's in the music industry as well. I feel we can do better than this. They might offer them up to $500,000 for turning in gun. Some styling thing I go on, but I feel we can do better than this. Me feel like them need to have a contract with the entertainers them. Some of the top ones them and let them do some songs that lash out against crime and violence. Now here's my thing to this. For one, there's a big contradiction going on because the same artists that sing about put on the gun and stop the violence as the same artists that oftentimes are affiliated with those who have up the gun them and are producing the violence. Or them sing one song Monday that says put on the gun and stop the violence, and then Tuesday shot a boy in him face and bust out him head back, marrow fly upon wall. So the youth them don't know what to do. Like, which one do I choose? You never see a pastor come church yet, and Monday the pastor said, thou shalt not fornicate. And Tuesday the pastor said, boy, I couldn't help myself. Because Sister Joyce body round, so I run up in it and she let me and it was good. God forgive me. But thou shalt not fornicate. Now I'm confused, pastor. That's kind of like what this is, right? So even when I was doing this, like from back when I started, I was trying to even reach out to some artists. I was trying to get some of them on board. But even them artists that they was backing up their gunman friends, they were backing up themselves even because they saw it as me trying to tear down dancehall. Enough time me have to defend myself and say I'm not trying to tear down dancehall. I even go a bit beyond lengths to explain that dancehall is a vehicle. This vehicle has taken so many from complete and abject poverty till them end up all build a big house up on the hill next to some wealthy rich man where they don't even want them in their neighborhoods. The Boogie Yagas are here. They've arrived. We have to stifle this vehicle that's bringing them up here, man. It's dancehall. So we have to fight dancehall now because look what it do. It's turning them little ghetto youth are rich. Them not even have no education. After high, some of them drop out from way back when. Now they're glorifying dunceness. They're influencing our children. Blah, 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 and the other. So them never want to work with me. Boy, they chat too much, you know. And all other kind of things. So now to see Demarco come out and finally take a stand. If you go back 2 years ago or 3 years ago by now, I came on here and I said, from now on, I will not review any more gun songs. I'm stop. I mean, used to do pen and paper review. I used to review the song them as them drop. See? But I also told my audience that me feel like a hypocrite because me I talk about how much me want peace. And them just tell me last night, say in this weekend alone, 35 people got murdered in a 24-hour period. And here I am bigging up a gun song where boy marrow fi fly. So me say, no more gun song. I could have reviewed the songs. They're usually a good catch to a different segment, of audience, a group of people. These people still say, yo, SouFlo, you cut me off. Because we use build a channel and we still look for you to review the song them and what them there. And me have to tell them, say, tell the artist them to make some good song. I'm scratch and search and try find the good song them. But everybody that's coming out is coming out busting gun. No longer believing that music is just merely a reflection of society. Veteran dancehall artist Demarco has said that he will never record another gun-toting song. He has vowed to stop. In fact, the DJ and producer said that he supports the Broadcasting Commission, which in October banned the playing of scamming, molly, and gun-toting music on the airwaves. Demarco's given name, Colin Edwards, said that the time has come for those in authority and public figures to be more proactive amid an upsurge in violence adding to Jamaica's spiraling murder rate. Let me stop right there, sir. When a member say, what I want these artists to do is to dip on a forum. The whole of them, whole of forum. Talk to your audience, right? Tell the youth them, say, brother, you see them gun song that when me sing is fake. A story me I tell. A entertainment. When you see Tom Cruise in a movie and you see him and kill off a couple man, the next time you see him is in a tuxedo on a red carpet event. He's not killing nobody, he's acting. We are acting at the song them. The problem with our artists that do this kind of music is they portray the same lifestyle, even if they're not living it. When you see them in a real life, them face tough same way. Them attitudes stay same way. And the man them round them act like the same people where them sing about. The thugs them dance and one of them will fly your button, all this and that. So it leads us to believe that they're not only singing about it, them a live it. Which is bad. Because it's no longer acting then. You know? Demarco given name, Colin Edwards. He said that the time has come, man, for everybody to get on board with this. Be more proactive amid the upsurge of violence adding to Jamaica's spiraling murder rate. Police reported 1,295 Jamaicans have been murdered from January 1st to October 29th. The alarming figures. Hi, Munchie. Say hi, mommy.
Hi.
Say hi, Papa.
Hi.
All right, go. Go, Mommy Munchie, and lock the door for me. Daddy soon come. I love you.
Bye.
Bye. See you later. All right. So, yeah, we're going to wrap it up. So, the police reported 1,294 Jamaicans have been murdered between January 1st to October 29th. The alarming figures represent a consistent trend of an annual average of over 1,000 murders for the past 2 decades. Me hear people as a gun song now affect crime right now. But here we're going now. If somebody can come to you and say, your good song like, sing your good song like, I love my life. Yo, your song come and change my life. And it bring me through a whole heap of hard times and rough times. Why a gun song now gonna make somebody kill somebody is what, this is Demarco reasoning with himself publicly, right? He's saying that if people are coming to him and telling him that, yo, you see a song when name, I love my life, I love my life. If that can bring people through hard times and make them feel certain way, why you think that a gun song won't make somebody feel certain way too? Like them really want to kill somebody. The St. Catherine native said that he has held the view for some time that the violent content in certain songs has contributed significantly to the societal decay. Me I look into it myself and me I say, bro, you is no better than the people them where they're higher than you. I distribute the music, you know. Me can't better than them because me a produce a song for get promote where I tell you own black brothers them for kill and get paid from it. I'm wrong for that. I may never hear no other dancehall artist say that yet. Everybody is still conflicted. Well, this is my bread. This is the song that make me fly out. This is the song where, so them no want give it up. But Demarco is saying him no know better. Here he is making a song, telling him brothers them to kill them other brother them and get money out of it. How can that be good? I'm not afraid to admit that. And I wish every other artist can just come out and make the change, he said. But Demarco opined that the blame cannot solely be on the songs, which we all understand and say. As what Cartel said, in an emergency, we are suffer around here. The song there. Who make the gun them? Who control the ports? I know we. So if the government secure them ports here, I think that crime would be less. Gun no make a Jamaica. So that is why I can't blame music alone. A whole heap of things. But me want to make a stance and say no more gun songs. And I wish that others can do the same. Demarco also said that as a father, he feels saddened to see the number of children being caught up in criminality. As a recent press conference, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson disclosed that so far this year, children have been charged with 875 major crimes, including 79 murders. Where them getting guns from? Because none of them picnic here can take up a $80,000 or $100,000 and buy a gun. Them, the guns, them can't just walk in them hands. Them come from somewhere. So the music, where glorify killing, I do all sorts of things to the youth them whose brains not developed yet. But I know we put the gun them in a them hand. The artists them need to stop from now before it reach a them doorstep, and that me I try avoid, he said. Demarco, who burst on the scene of music in 2003, is known for his songs, This Is For My Fallen Soldiers. That's another one of Demarco songs them that's going to live on forever. Everybody done lost somebody already. This is for my fallen soldiers. We miss you. Gone on the battlefield. The one there, searching like Google and all these other songs which featured Vybz Kartel and all these things. So Demarco is making a stance and he is imploring other dancehall artists to come join him in this stance. And there are some that have joined him so far. And then there are others who never did gun song in the first place. We are join him. But me want to see the one them who do the gun song them actually join him. And say me I put it down too. Let me close this morning by saying this and sending out this message. I see Jamaicans vex. Them vex, not even vex, them vex with a B. Yo, you know, sister, them this dancehall music and put in Afro beats in there. You know, see all Billboard cut out them dancers and go and build all the Afro beat section, brother. You know, see the Grammys are getting ready to do an Afro beat section. The money I come and cut out the reggae section and the hear what? I'll know me still no hear not one Afro beat song. We say Slickianna slap gunshot in a boy face. Murder boy and fucking girl. And that's how callous our music is. That's what's being said in a lot of these songs. How them heart cold like ice and how them wicked like Satan. I mean, listen to what we're saying. I know I haven't seen one Afrobeat song, haven't heard not one that has any kind of angry vibe to it. You can't angry at your yard. You can't angry in songs too and still not get violent and graphic and disrespectful. And Afrobeat has mastered that. People want to feel good. We already are deal with the friggery. Give us something good. Give us something for dance to. Give us something for think otherwise. But we can't. I watch murders every day. Hear about murders every day. Listen to it in our song them I play. I dance to it. I hop my round way. That's too much. And my granny say, too much of one thing. Always what? All right. Good for nothing. Big up on yourself. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here this morning. Up, up, up. Wake up. Wise up. Rise up. Big up Demarco for that stance there. And let's see who else is going to do it. We leave it right there. I'm out. Peace. Munchie.